Time to celebrate a recent Sunshine Tour winner. Rourke van der Spuy is the Mopani Redpath Zambia Open champion. And with that comes satisfaction, confidence and an optimism going into the next events.
Swaziland does have a good feel for me. It's always had good vibes out there. I've met a lot of good people that have either hosted me or, entertained me and made friends throughout the years. So I do feel at home out there. I had a good qualifier, I think, my first year on tour that got me into the tournament initially, and then I think I finished top 5 or top 10. So right from the get-go, Swaziland's always had a good feel for me. And then the course layouts, I play a little fade off the tee box mostly, so I feel confident on most of the tee shots out there. And the greens remind me a little bit back home in Durban, so it's just all-round good feels, and I feel like the course really sets up for my game.
Told you he felt good, and he has every right to. He was in a great mood when we caught up with him at Stain City, kicking back with friends prior to his latest travels.
It's always fun catching up with mates, and especially in the weeks off. We have quite a busy schedule most of the time, so yeah, that's always a pleasure to come out here. Good course like Stain City, and yeah, have a good round, have a few beers and have a couple laughs hopefully. Stain City is a beautiful course. We were fortunate enough here to play the better ball and get a taste of it, what it was like. That was the first time I played this course as well. So to have a social round out here, it's a bit of a different atmosphere, but it's a beautiful clubhouse, beautiful course. The staff are great, and it's always in good shape. So always fantastic coming out here and enjoying your day.
Rourke teamed up with JP Stradum at the Stain City Team Championship, enjoying the innovative structure of the new event. The 28-year-old from Durban, a fan of variety.
It's always fun. We watch the guys on the PGA Tour, even the European Tour. They've been mixing it up for a couple of years. So for us to introduce a format like that is fun. You get to play with a couple of your mates, and it's it takes off the edge. It's not as intense as it normally is, but at the same time you're playing for a good bit of money, and it's a fun day out there. It's very different.
There's a good bit of money in his bank account right now, courtesy of the impressive win at a traditional old-style National Open.
The win in Zambia was huge. The first win a few years back, almost 3 years ago, meant a lot to me, and it'd always be special. But the win in Zambia was certainly the icing on the cake. It kind of, lets me know that I do belong out here, having a 4-day event to win, closing it out on the final round like that. And of course the exemptions mean so much, so I can kind of plan my schedule a bit now, and I've got almost 3 years to really give it a good bash. So yeah, really looking forward to the opportunities that it opens up.
The first win he references came in the Fish River Sun Challenge in October 2015, in what was his first full year on the Sunshine Tour.
Your rookie year, you're finding your feet out here. You don't really know quite what to expect. You have big expectations that you want to make it out here. And to get the win in my first year meant a lot. It also opened up a few doors, getting the exemption categories for my second year. And yeah, winning on tour means everything. The exemption categories get you into the European events and the co-sanctions. So that's really where we're playing for, and hopefully it opens up doors overseas.
Thinking back on his maiden victory, Rourke had a long wait in the clubhouse, watching as Merrick Bremner closed him down, but ultimately fell one short.
Fish River, I felt I got a bit lucky with the draw. We had the second round that was cancelled, and in the final round I teed off nice and early, which gave me a little bit of less pressure and also good weather. So Fish River, I played really solid, but the conditions really helped to push it in towards my favour.
It's always nice when Lady Luck smiles on you, but you have to do the groundwork before she'll give that second glance.
Tournament golf and professional golf is certainly a step up from kind of amateur ranks and junior ranks and even college for myself. But for us, it's managing your time, it's managing your practice. We have a pretty full schedule where we play between 25 and 35 tournaments a year. So I think your rest is just as important as you are when you're going on these week-long excursions out there. So to have 5-6 events in a row, it's important to come back, refresh yourself, recharge, and start a new game plan every few weeks. So staying refreshed out there for sure.
And then there's the energizing effect of a tournament win as well. He had been progressing nicely into Zambia. His game's been feeling very much on track.
The driver has been, one of my strengths throughout the last year or two at least. And in these last 3 stretches, I've really put in a lot of work on my putting and short game, and I think that's where the dividends have certainly paid off. So being in play off the tee is certainly a strength of mine, but to be able to capitalize on that and make some putts, that translates into a lot of birdies, and that's what I've been doing.
Not that things are ever entirely sorted. There's always something to work on. The mechanics might be well oiled, but they need to dovetail with the right mentality.
Tweaking my game for now, it's a bit of a mental, I wouldn't say struggle, but it's certainly a mental process that I'm going through. I've just started seeing a psychologist myself and getting back in the gym and stuff, so I think knowing that it's a long schedule, getting your mind and body, fit and clear and healthy for the season is certainly where I'm going to be focusing on this year.
Golf, of course, is essentially about the individual. But it's clear there's teamwork involved in getting Rourke where he wants to be.
I've been doing a lot of work with Gavin Levinson over at Glendower with the short game. So for the short game, for me, it's learning the different parts of the club that I've been working on, and a bit of rhythm and keeping the lower body very still. So it's very small things that we kind of forget even as pros that have kind of just helped correct me and put me back on plane.
And that phrase, back on plane, leads us nicely to intended future destinations.
The next step, we're looking to get overseas. I think the Sunshine Tour is a great starting point for us. Having a couple wins under my belt now, lets me know that I'm playing some good golf out here. But I think for most golfers, we want to get seen on the world stage now. So whether it's Europe, Asia or America, I know I have 2 or 3 years now where I can really buckle down and really try and get myself out there.
The blossoming career of Rourke van der Spuy, a Sunshine Tour champion.